Hi kids. Today's lesson is going to be going into the main idea assignment about artificial intelligence. Now, this is on a news ELA or newsela, however you choose to pronounce it. So what you're going to have to do, I've already linked your Canvas account to the news ELA account. So all you have to do is click on this link over on the left side of the page and it will automatically log you into Newsela. Okay. If you have any issues at all, please let me know. So then what you'll have to do, yours is going to look a lot different than mine, but when you log in, up at the very top in the upper left hand part, it'll be over here, you'll be able to see where it says binder. Once you click on that, you'll be able to scroll down and find your assignment. It's titled AI Technology Raises Concerns. So what you're going to do is you're only going to complete the ELA part. There is a short answer, and then there are 4 multiple choice questions that have to do with the ideas talked about in the passage, as well as finding that supporting evidence. So once you get to the assignment, this is what it's going to look like, okay? So the actual title is called Sophia the Robot. It says artificial intelligence is quote unquote good for the world. And this is a picture of Sophia the artificial intelligence. And she's really creepy looking, so I apologize if some of you freaked out when you saw her for the first time. So what I'm going to do is first I'm going to show you, this is a very short article. It's only 629 words. So off to the right side you'll see activities. So you're going to be in charge of completing the right activity and the quiz only for the ELA. Don't worry about any of this. We're not a social studies class. We're not a science class. We're an ELA class. So you're only ever going to do the ELA stuff, all right? But I'll get to the right portion and the quiz portion after I read. So let's go ahead and get started. I would encourage you as you read to highlight what you think is the main idea and the supporting details. That way it's easier for you to keep track of. All right, here we go. Sophia smiles, blinks her eyes, and tells a joke. Without the mess of cables at the back of her head, you might think she was a human. The humanoid robot was created by Hanson Robotics and is the main attraction at a conference in Geneva, Switzerland, this week on how artificial intelligence, or AI, can be used to help mankind. The event comes as concerns grow that such technologies would spin out of human control. Sophia the robot insisted the pros outweigh the cons, or the good outweighs the bad, when it comes to artificial intelligence. AI is good for the world, helping people in various ways, she said, tilting her head and moving her eyebrows like a real human. Work is underway to make artificial intelligence emotionally smart to care about people, she explained. We will never replace people, but we can be your friends and helpers, she added. Sophia also admitted that people should question the consequences of new technology. And we have this subtitle here, more automation could adversely or badly affect jobs. Among the feared consequences is what will happen to human jobs in business and industry. Over the years, using automatic controls and robots have changed the way factories work today. Fewer human workers make more products. Some studies predict that up to 85% of jobs in developing countries could be lost. Dr. Hansen, the creator of Sophia, agreed that there are real worries about future jobs and that fewer people will be needed in some industries. Still, he insisted that there are more benefits that will come from artificial intelligence. For example, AI is expected to make huge changes to healthcare and education. It will certainly help areas where there are not enough doctors and teachers. Sophia also explained the old will have more caregivers and children with autism will have more patient teachers. Another a little subtitle here, guideline or subheading, guidelines need to ensure robots are used only for good. However, robotic technology has increased fears that humans could lose control. Salil Shetty is the leader of the Amnesty International. This is a group that works to defend human rights in 150 countries. At this conference, he called for clearly fair plans and procedures so that technology is used only for good. We need to have principles in place. We need to have the checks and balances, he told news reporters, warning that AI is still somewhat of a mystery, with a set of rules for solving problems that no one really understands. Shetty voiced a particular concern about the military use of AI and weapons and so-called killer robots. In theory, these things are controlled by humans. Still, he worries that these types of controls may not be enough. The technology is also increasingly being used in the United States for predictive policing to stop crimes before they happen. For example, they might look at crimes that have happened in the past and find that there were clues before the crime happened. Then they can use the same clues to predict future crimes. There is a lot of trouble with this type of policing. Many people worry that it may lead to unfair treatment of people of color. Hansen agreed that clear guidelines were needed, saying it was important to discuss these issues at this time. Another subheading, robots can think Robots can think, coming soon. As of today, Sophia does not yet have an awareness of herself or of the world around her, but Hansen said that he expects robots that can think for themselves will be created in a few years. He added that there is a danger in robots running important systems for humans and being able to think and have feelings. They might decide they do not like working for humans. The solution, he said, is to make the machines care about us. We need to teach them to love. Now, just a quick reminder, this was written in 2017, so we're about 3 years out from that now. So as far as the activities go, I want you to write what is the main idea of the passage. So think, what is this passage mostly about? Well, it's definitely about artificial intelligence and the effects that it's going to have on people. So what is the main idea? Do you think the author is trying to teach us about artificial intelligence and its effect on human beings? And what details do you think really support the idea about what they're saying? So for the quiz, your first question says, which answer choice accurately characterizes or describes, so remember, characterizes is just a fancy word for description or describe, David Hansen's hopes for the future of AI. So what is he hoping for? Okay, and so the last passage is very helpful, as well as at the very beginning. What does he hope for AI? Okay, and you click next. Question number 2, what is most likely the reason why the author included a description of Sophia's appearance and speech in the introduction? So you have to scroll back up. So this is our description here. So why would they include a description of what she looks like? Okay. What purpose does that serve for us as readers? Question number 3, which paragraph from the section, more automation could adversely or poorly affect jobs, describes how AI has already affected jobs? You're going to find this answer in here. Okay, so which one really describes what AI or artificial intelligence has done already to affect jobs? Okay, and then we're going to be on to our last question. So the last one is from this section. And the question says, which selection from this section best supports the idea that a complete system for controlling AI still needs to be created? So which passage really shows that we need something to control artificial intelligence? We can't just let it run wild. Okay, so you might be looking for why it might be a bad idea for AI to just be free to do whatever they want. Okay, so make sure that you remember you only have to do those 2 activities. Go ahead and submit them, and then you're done. Okay, so just a quick little reading here and then some practice questions with main idea and supporting details. Okay, remember this is just a review. So I hope that this helped you. Remember, tomorrow, which is Wednesday, we're going to have a web conference from 2:30 to 3:30. It's not required, but I would encourage you to attend because I want you to bring a question that you have about work. And see if you can bring like a fun joke or a pun or a funny story that you would like to share with us. Okay, just so we can have that time together, and it gives you an opportunity to kind of converse with me about what's going on. All right, guys, I'll see you soon. Bye.